Good day, viewers, and welcome to our podcast coming straight from the Link Lifestyle in Ituseng. And today we have the one and only legend in Ituseng, Amaru Wadiji, as he's affectionately known around. Mr. Amaru, let me welcome you to our All Corner podcast in Ituseng FM.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you again for being part of this thing.
Yeah. No, let me just, before we go deep into some of the questions that I want to ask, but I just want you, Mr. Amaru, if maybe you have, in a formal interview, okay. You might have somebody sitting there in a panel of interview, and then when I would interview more interviewing you, a formal question, Mr. Amaru, can you tell us about yourself? Now, I'm not going to be formal and ask you, tell us about yourself. Like Ronaldo Mokasi, we are in Ituseng FM. We introduce to our viewers hore now mang ebile o le DJ Amaru o tla kae ebile sente sentle o le DJ Amaru o ya go kae.
Okay. First and foremost, my full name is Tapelo Amaru Serekego. I was born and bred in the Vryburg district in Northwest.
Yeah.
But my roots are in the Northern Cape, where my mother comes from and my dad comes from. They both come from the village called Kessel, but Kessel consists of other smaller villages around.
Yeah. Yes.
We come from Bohosi Jwaha Rataganya. And then my mother and father got married and moved to Ituseng when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
And then from there, later on, when I was about 18, 19, I got introduced to music. But clearly, this thing of music come from both my mom and dad.
Before we go deep into this, before we go deep, you just said Tapelo, surname? Serekego.
Yes.
During our time,
yes.
At primary school in the late 80s,
yes.
I met you at Bituko Primary School. Yes. I know, but during that time, there must be the English name that you are giving. Like I have an English name, and everybody by the time an English name. You can't be called only Tapelo.
Let me
give us the full details.
Let me give the viewers my full name as on my ID.
Yes.
On my ID, I'm Tapelo Obri Tupac Serekego. That's where the Amaru comes from.
Tapelo
Obri Tupac Serekego.
Tupac.
Yes.
Yes.
I should have brought my ID so that you could see that there's Tupac on my ID.
That's very interesting. Actually, the first time that for the very first time I heard that you are Tupac.
So my English name is Obri. I added the Tupac because
you are the one who added the Tupac.
Yes.
So I was wondering where did your parents came up with that name Tupac, because the name Tupac came, I think,
along with the
along the 90s, the mid 90s,
yes. During those times, we were in high school, and then as young kids, we like to fool around. We were filling forms, registering as matriculants,
yes.
And then I added that name, and everybody was like, You shouldn't do that. I took a risk. You shouldn't do that because that thing will, when you pass the matric, your certificate will come back with that name, and that name is not included in your ID, and then you're gonna have a problem.
Yes.
And then to myself, I was like, but I don't have an ID.
You don't have.
I didn't have an ID when I registered for matric.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, this means I have to add that name onto my ID so that it looks the same as my matric certificate.
Yes.
And I did that.
Yeah.
I went to Home Affairs with my mom.
Yes.
And then I told them to add that name. My mom didn't oblige. They looked at her and she was like, so they added the name without any fuss.
As long as you feel comfortable.
But I was ready to explain to them why I need to add that name onto my ID.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then, during the late 90s,
yes,
while we were still at Wituko Primary School. I remember that I left you there for Morgan Primary School.
Okay, yes.
For some of the reason known to me, which I cannot disclose. which I cannot disclose. By the time we go for a start, it was girl.
Yes.
I
I played soccer a lot. I played soccer from primary to I can't say middle school because we went to FM Ramabo. We went to Mpetuto, which was a middle school, but it was mixed with FM Ramabo. In fact, it was the first secondary school in Itsuse.
Yes.
I also played soccer there, and I was wearing jersey number 10. Soccer was my passion. Like,
I know you're very good. I know you're very good at that.
Soccer was my passion.
What happened?
I even played with, among the big names, I even played with Tebogo Mashaba, who played for
Orlando Pirates, thank you.
Orlando Pirates, but he was in Golden Arrows,
Black Leopard.
Black Leopards. He went to Bloemfontein
Venda.
Celtic,
Yes.
and then he went to Orlando Pirates.
Yes, yes.
We played for the same team, the Habra Sheiks, Florentina. But just before that, I played for Screamer 11, and then I played for Florentina, and then I played for other teams. But because of the background, we come from poverty. We come from where everything was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I had to gauge between soccer and music.
Yes.
When I go to a soccer game,
Mm-hmm.
I come back with nothing. When I go to a music event, I come back with 200 rand. And then I was like, no, this soccer thing.
Yes, it's not gonna work for you.
It's not gonna work for me. Especially here in the Northwest, we were far from development and scouts and bigger teams and bigger leagues and sponsors and all those. The attention was in Gauteng.
Yes.
So it was difficult for me to keep playing soccer here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, nah, I need to move to music.
Yes.
But equally so, in music, I saw that the talent was almost the same. The talent was almost the same.
Right there when it comes to music, fast forward to the year 2000. Year 2000, if I still remember vividly, that was around maybe 2003. The first time I saw you playing your disc,
CD players
and all the stuff. You were with Selon Chwe.
Before that, I was with Mokete Kuno.
The problem is, I don't know whether you are with Mokete first or you are with Selon Chwe first. But since now that you just mentioned that you are with Moketainment.
Yes.
But Bramukete, the late Bramukete, may his soul continue to rest in peace.
Yes.
Venegrini SRX.
Yes.
You know? Venegrini SRX. Because by that time, DJing was not a fashionable thing to do then. Because in NPS cars, I even Lano Yako, the Kekenza Maiti, so the jukebox and stuff like that. So seeing someone then playing into Zahari, the disc Zahari, it was not a fashionable thing, though it was interesting, but it was not the in thing by then. But then, Lona, Entertainment. Levaga SRX. We knew somehow. But we don't know where. We don't know where Maramoka is somewhere somehow. Your first gig is that put you into this industry, my man.
I don't remember the date. But let me take you back a little bit. In 1994, the late Mokete moved to our zone. He moved next door to my parents' home.
Actually, he became
our neighbor. Yeah, he became our neighbor. And then we got used to each other, and then and stuff. And then one day he said to me, after being friends, even though he was 11 years older than me, he said to me, you know, I want to buy a sound system. You know that sound system where you play this song when it's about to finish and then you play another one?
Yes.
I said, like in the radio.
Yeah.
You play two songs at the same time.
We're not used to that, but
I was not used to it. How possible? He said to me, no, I'm going to buy that sound system. You're going to see it. And then he went to Joburg with this other guy. I don't remember his name, but his surname is Seri. He lives somewhere near the graveyard.
Yeah.
Then they came back with 4 speakers, 1 amplifier, 1 CD player, one tape deck, not a DVD player, original CD player without the pitch controller, this thing that controls the speed of the song, with the original CD player.
The one that you normally used to put the CD player inside.
CD, it will
and then you
come out and yes. And then he didn't want us to touch that thing. They would connect and they would play music, and the first song played, and then that just like in radio, the only thing missing was this microphone.
Yes.
And then along the way, the guy loved music, but we shared one thing together. We both loved music. He kept playing at home, playing jazz, all kinds of music. And then his friends would say, "No, man, Mokete, I'm having a birthday of my child. Come with your sound system." He would go. I would remain at home, looking after the house. It became a trend. Somebody, I'm having this. Come with your sound system. And then because of flexibility, he started buying another CD player, another tape deck.
Okay.
And then along the way, I started saying, "No, man, why can't I go with you and see what you guys are doing?" More people, because he was known by all tavern owners.
Yes.
Some of them would say, "Mokete, come with that sound system. Let's see what you can do."
Just for a night.
And then he would be called Kodi Stockfelling.
Okay.
He had a nickname, Stockfell.
Is that so? Stockfell, man.
He had a nickname, Stockfell, because he would play at Stockfells. He also organized his own Stockfells.
Yeah.
And then from there, it became a trend to play at the taverns. Now, back to the gig that put me on the spot.
Yeah.
We were at Alice Inn, and then there was Quentin P, there was DJ Flavor. We were playing. They were playing. But to me, the style that they were playing, I felt like their style of playing was too advanced for you to say.
Yes,
because they were already
yes.
Exposed to Mafikeng, because they used to use vinyls in Mafikeng.
Yes.
And then back home they use CD players and tape decks. It's like taking somebody from overseas to allow him play here in South Africa. He would come with the most advanced style.
Yes.
And then people will be like, "But this style, we are not yet there."
Yeah.
I said to them, "Let me play." I took all the Kwaito CDs and Kwaito tape decks.
Were you used to
No, back then we were not mixing. We were just playing ordinary.
And then
yes. And then you play another one. Just like in the jukebox, but more flexible because of you have another channel.
Okay.
Yes. And then we played. I played. I rocked the crowd. I rocked the crowd. 10 notes.
So everybody was up at this.
And then it was somebody's turn. The crowd was becoming so we want this young boy. Because I was not expecting that reaction, I had to repeat some of the song. But the crowd reacted the same way again. And then from there, they told me, "My man, you have to come with us every time when you go to play."
Yeah.
Why? They told me, "You play this style, you are a commercial DJ player, commercial music player. You play this style, somebody play deep house, somebody play..." I didn't know those subgenres. I knew there was house, there was Kwaito.
Yes.
And then, in fact, Quentin P is the one who introduced me to house. But
the house by then
it was too international.
Too international.
It was too international.
You can say that.
But to upmarket people, it was the in thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So to us people on the ground, it was like,
we used to quiet
the
music.
So people were enjoying that kind of music. And then Baramukete decided to register a company to make it formal.
But it seems Mukete was so advanced.
He was advanced because
he registered the company by then.
By then, he registered the company.
Not everybody
by then.
had a company then.
No, not everybody had a company by then.
Yeah, altogether he was so advanced.
Yes. In 2020, he bought that van. And then I think in 2002-3, he registered the company. And at that time, he had friends in sort of high places. Yeah. Because at that time, we went corporate. The municipality started hiring the sound for announcements and meetings and stuff. Yeah. But on a broader spectrum, you then had to entertain people. When the mayor is here after speeches, then we have to entertain the people. Yeah. So the company grew from leaps and bounds.
Yes.
And in line with what was happening around. Because when you are the first person to own a sound system, And then in line with the government have just changed, and then the government was starting to visit people.
Yes.
When they come to visiting people, they need a sound system.
Yes.
He was the only one around.
Yes, he was the only one around.
And to us, it was more like exposure.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there was a new trend of jazz sessions. We would also hire his sound system.
Yes.
We were also getting exposure to jazz. And when getting exposure to, we knew nothing about jazz. We'd be given CDs. But they taught us a lot.
Yeah.
They taught us a lot during those jazz times. I didn't know that jazz was divided into subgenres.
Yes.
Bo bra Mike, bo bra Pedla, bo bra Musito. I think Musito is the same name. He was a teacher go Upiri.
Yes.
They taught us a lot regarding jazz. They taught us when you play jazz, you start with mainstream. Blues.
Yes.
The one with
that's the blues.
That's blues.
Yes.
After blues, you play mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
After mainstream, you play contemporary.
Yes.
After contemporary, you play Afro.
You're well vested with just music, man. Yeah.
You don't just mix.
Yeah.
No.
So coming to the mixing business, the way you used to mix the songs, who taught you that art? Because that thing is an art.
Yeah.
Because I know many people try that, but not everybody will master the art.
It's not that simple. Bramgeto was a friend to Kaya Cool, the radio presenter from the then Bob.
That was then
Radio
Bob.
One day Kaya said, borrow me some speakers. There was an event at Unibo, Chris Honey Hall.
Yeah.
We took some sound system, part of the sound system amplifiers, and then we went there.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice event. There were DJs from Joburg, DJ Cantona. I don't remember the other DJ.
Yes.
They were playing vinyls, turntables.
Yeah.
And those guys were mixing. They were mixing perfectly.
So
I was like this. I was not even a sound engineer. I was maybe a runner or assistant to the sound engineer.
Assisting things, just everything to go smooth. Eh?
Yes. I was like this the whole night. Those guys there were other DJs. Flavor was playing. DJ Matipani was still playing. He left the industry. I think he came back. There were other DJs. You know, those guys were mixing flawlessly. The one thing that made me to want to mix immediately after that event, the following day, I taught myself how to mix.
You taught yourself?
I taught myself how to mix.
But did you?
Luckily, at that time we had one CD player that had a pitch controller that can control the speed of the song.
Yes.
The one thing that made me like to mix or love to mix or fall in love with mixing, those guys played. I think DJ Cantona played 6 songs that I had. I was like, no, this guy is proving to me that I'm lazy. Why can't I have that creativity to mix these songs? He was mixing all the songs that I have. That I have in the studio. I had the studio like where the sound stays. We used to practice, but not practice like just getting ready, checking the wires, checking the sound system. Yes.
Yeah.
But for the fact that that guy played the songs that I have, I didn't sleep. When we come back from Mafikeng, we dropped the sound system. Some of the guys slept. I didn't sleep. I connected. I taught myself how to mix.
You're so curious.
I was very, very curious. I taught myself how to mix. It took me maybe 3-4 days to be almost perfect. Because there was no one next to me to tell me this button does this button does this. But I could chase the song. You know, when you are almost, I could chase the song. And then after maybe 5 to 6 gigs, I was perfect.
Tell us about that transformation from kwaito music to house music. How did you acclimatize to get to the house music?
It was.
Did that house music have that thing inside you that give you?
Nah,
nice
it didn't.
beat?
It didn't.
Because it was deep house actually.
Yes, it was deep house.
By the time Teddy Bear.
Yes, Glenn Lewis.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yes, DJs.
Those guys were not yet in because they were still playing. They were still releasing compilations. Okay. And compilations consisted of music and artists, music produced and composed by international artists. So the house was still international.
Yes.
And those compilations were already mixed. So if you don't know how to mix as a DJ, you might as well leave the compilation play on its own.
Yes.
So
just to get that.
I remember this other time, 2003. We went to play.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, we went to play jazz session in Sunnysoft. A mere jazz session on a Sunday.
Yes.
I met DJ. Who's this DJ?
The name
I remember him.
Yeah,
He's a white guy.
Yeah.
Ex-Wamiti man. Rudolph. I met Rudolph for the first time. Rudolph came to. We were playing the jazz session in town. Only to find that Rudolph was playing in the township.
Yes.
He came to us, he checked the sound system, and he was not interested.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this white boy, what is he doing here in the first place?
Yeah.
And then he left. We played the jazz session, and then after the jazz session, that session was not successful because of the weather.
Oh, yeah.
Afterwards, around 10, 11, everything stopped, and then after the session, we said, no man, let's go to the township.
That's strictly kitchen.
You know, to get something for the road. No, I'll put you around. We went to the town, but we were not there to stay. We just got there, got some drinks.
La Pasa.
The problem is I went inside. Hey, when I got inside, I saw Pioneer CD player for the first time in my life.
Wow.
I saw Pioneer CD player on this hip hop magazine.
Okay.
The Source. It's called The Source.
The Source.
It's an international magazine. But I saw the Pioneer CD player for the first time. Live. And the worst part, the young boy who was playing there was playing nonsense. He didn't know how to mix. Yeah. It was not Rudolph. It was some guy. Yeah. He didn't know how to mix. And I knew how to mix already because we had already 2 CD players, I think, that had pitch controllers.
Yes.
But those CD players had these wheels.
Yeah.
Yes. It blew me out of the water.
So what happened? What happened, man? Tell us.
I felt like this company is backward. I felt like we were 10 years behind.
Yeah.
I want those CD players. If you want me to stay in this company, I want those CD players. But I'm getting, after a couple of months, 3-4 months, he bought the first CD player. It wasn't the Pioneer, it was the Gemini, but it looked exactly like the Pioneer. Yeah, but the Pioneer was a front loader. The Pioneer was years ahead. The Gemini was a top loader.
Okay.
It opened like this, and then you put the CD player, and then you closed it. But it had a wheel. That's my thing. I wanted that thing.
Yeah.
I wanted that.
Yes.
So he bought the first one. After a couple of months, he bought another one. After buying 2 CD players, I worked for him up until 2005. I think February or March. That's when I moved from Mokitainment Promotions to Spontaneous Entertainment.
Spontaneous Entertainment. Now, who was the owner of that
Spontaneous Entertainment was owned by Selonchwe.
Selonchwe.
Yes, another very good brother of mine.
Was he also a DJ back then?
No, Selo loved music. He loved music wholeheartedly. He's an artisan by profession.
Yes.
He loved music wholeheartedly. So he decided to start a company, and then he bought a Gemini CD players, but not the ones like those owned by Mokitainment. He bought the front loader.
Front loader now.
They were black in color. He bought some Samsung 2. He bought some Samsung speakers, very expensive speakers. I think one speaker was, how much? 5,000.
By
then we bought speakers around 800, 1.2. It was a powered speaker. 5,000. He bought 2 of them.
So very expensive.
Very expensive speakers. What I love about Spontaneous was, at Mokitainment, I was just an ordinary audio operator and a DJ. At Spontaneous, I became a company manager. also a DJ.
Yeah.
That guy gave me free roll.
Yeah.
He allowed me to come with concepts.
Yes.
At Mogitainment, I feel like Bramukete was
limiting to a certain extent.
He was limiting us, but he was also careful so that we shouldn't misbehave. You know, DJing was becoming popular.
The equipment and stuff like that. Because we were young by then, I think.
We were very young.
Very young.
He didn't want us to misuse the equipment. He didn't want us to fall prey to temptation, especially around women. He was very strict. That guy was very strict. I remember that other gig for Bethel High School.
Bethel High School?
Yo, 2003, 14 February.
Oh my God.
There was an event, we to say.
You still even remember the exact date?
It was a Valentine event. I won't forget.
That means it was very epic, man.
There was an event, we to sing. We left it to sing straight to Bethel. Straight to Bethel from Itusen Stadium.
Yes.
When we got there, we were like 30 minutes late. Yes. I saw 800 girls sitting in one venue for the first time in my life. I've never been so shy in my life. 800 girls. Girls only, seated, well-mannered, quiet. Something I did not expect.
All of them glued at you.
Glued. We had to come inside and look at the stage where we were supposed to put the sound. Floor planing.
Yeah.
From there we went back, took the sound system, set it up. Jay-Z and Beyonce's song, Bonnie and Clyde, was hot off the shelves. We did not test sound system with... I was confident with that sound system.
Yeah.
Full blast.
He played that song.
Ping, 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 ping. Yeah. The hall went ablaze. Yes. And then we went outside because we were wearing overalls. We went outside, changed.
You got to look much presentable now. Yeah? Yeah.
And then we went back in. But I'm getting out of market the whole night. Our boys, you are not going to misbehave.
Yeah.
This is a high school. You guys are of the legal age. These are kids. You are going to behave.
Basic education.
Yes, and at that time we felt like the man are safe. But right now we are saying thanks to him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for being our mentor then. If you are not there, we are not sure what could have happened to us.
A lot of things could have happened. A lot of things, maybe some of us could have went to jail because the school was very strict, very, very strict. The event went well and then it got finished, I think, at around midnight. We did not spend the night. But I can tell you, my crew is the first crew to spend the night Kobethe, legally and allowed. And the first crew.
Yes.
After the transition to spontaneous entertainment, we were allowed to organize events, which was saying, yes, some of the events were not successful because the company was still new. And then the company allowed us to, one thing that made us popular, the company allowed us to have posters, to make posters when we have events. Entertainment, we were not creating or organizing our own events. Even when we had events, we were not allowed to be on posters. Not in a bad way, but the guy was trying to mold us in a nice way. But on the other side, that other company, they allowed us to do a lot of things, but in line with anything that is legal.
I wanted to have DJ Les here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, hard day. That's one other guy for a very long time. I mean, I think you've got more than 2 decades into this entertainment industry.
Yes.
When you played with him, in what big stage? And put in those.
Let me just do this 1 or 2 steps back. But it's in line with where we are. When I got to spontaneous entertainment, I actually found Les there. I'm not surprised that he's owning a company today. He's having his own sound system. When I got there, I had to teach him and DJ Light how to play. Light is let's say he was his closest friends at that time. And then there were other DJs. DJ Africa, DJ Voltage, Tsepo Shakara.
Yeah.
And then other DJs, a lot of them.
I think Ace was there.
Ace was with me at Mukitainment. I left him when I went to Spontaneous.
Yes.
So, Sello gave me an opportunity to teach these young boys how to play.
Yes.
We had a sort of a course. It took a month or so. It was prior to an event that was supposed to be held at Millennium Club 2000.
Yes.
We grew together with Les at Spontaneous.
Yes.
We went to Bethel. We went to other gigs even in Mafikeng. One of the biggest gigs that we went to was in 2009.
Yes. At that time.
DJ Kent. In Melville. I think the club was called The Stone.
Yes.
There were other DJs who played, and then it was myself on the lineup.
Yes.
After myself, it was DJ Les and then DJ Kent.
How did you cope? I mean, playing on the same stage as DJ Kent?
I was still drinking.
Oh, you were still drinking.
So something that I realized with alcohol, it kills the nerves.
Yeah.
But people people can still get nervous when they are still drunk. I saw Cabs at the Small getting nervous a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
So I remember one memorable thing about that event. DJ Les played a song called Webaba. Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
People in that place heard that song for the first time. But you know, people, when they hear the song for the first time playing by an unknown person,
yes,
the reaction wouldn't be that much.
Yeah. Until it's played by somebody else.
It's played by somebody else.
Who's famous.
Immediately after his set, maybe his set was left with 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Kent went to him and asked, "Hey, Mona, he told me, no, it's cool of the songs.
Yes.
It's called Webab. And then afterwards, Kent went on, obviously rocked the place.
Yeah.
He exchanged numbers with us. He was very calm. He was very, very calm.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to the guys who booked us, the following week, Tira came to the same venue. Tira played that song. And the crowd was like, no, it's not for the first time we heard this song. Yeah, this song was played by a young boy who was wearing a t-shirt written It's Saying.
But they
told Tira,
yes,
like, this song is a hit, but you are not the first one to play it here. Yes. So Tira was very confident that I'm going to teach those people in Gauteng the newest song they've never heard. They said,
we know this song.
That young boy was wearing the same t-shirt that Lemonka used to wear. Usually wears.
Yes.
You know. So Les made a very serious impact in Joburg by that song only.
Yes.
But we also shared stages with other big names. I remember when was it? The following year. Yeah, the following year we shared the stage with Oskido. Mouthtown High. Not Mouthtown High. Mouthtown Comes Alive.
Yes.
But it was not just Oskido. There was Tembisi at there. There was also Winnie Kumar. Yes, there was also Winnie Kumar. I don't remember other artists. Mr. Moore was there. We also shared a stage, I think, another year later with Dukes. We shared a stage with Dukes many times with Dukes. I think Les and myself are the only DJs. Let me say in Ditsobota. Let me not go to Mafiki.
Yeah, Ditsobota.
Who shared a stage with Dukes 2 times in one day, 2 different stages.
Okay.
In one day, 2 times.
Yes.
What year was it? 2005. 2006. Yeah, my girlfriend was pregnant. My now girlfriend was pregnant with our first child.
Yes.
2006.
2006.
There was an event in Convention Center. Yes. I still have a video clip of
this very things to block from me, the world already see, who believe, Manila, hustler, Pate risky, ushakala sprayer, deposit, the sweet tips on the table, straight to cocaine. Why ever wanted to take my life away? Nobody knows.
Dukes was the main act at that event.
Yes.
We were also there to play. It was on June 16, June 15, June 16.
Yeah.
It was June 15, but for June 16.
Yes.
And then while at that event, we got a call from organizers from an event in Lichtenberg, Kabelo Moagi, from Paula.
Okay.
Kabelo Moagi used to own a company called, I'll remember the name.
Yes.
Kabelo called us, guys, I need another sound system. When you say another sound system, what's happening? No, I have a sound system from DJ Rudolph, but I don't think it's powerful enough.
Yes.
Okay, because we did not go to Mafigeng with the sound system.
So you have to come back to
Some of the guys left us there. Malefo and Sello went to pick up the sound system, take it to Lichtenberg. Les and I and Mops remained behind. So those guys came back afterwards and took us to Lichtenberg.
Yes.
While we were there, Ramagala took for the second time. He came back. Dukes performed there and he went to perform in Joburg and he came back from Joburg, come to perform in Lichtenberg. That's how busy Dukes was. But I mean,
yeah.
he won an award for best hip hop newcomer, you know. So we shared a stage with Dukes again. So that's why I'm saying we shared stage with Dukes. It was less than 12 hours. Less than 12 hours we shared a stage with Dukes. But the biggest of them all was Black Coffee, 2016.
Black Coffee.
Black Coffee, 2016. A friend of us, Moses Udirile Banyati.
Mafigeng?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember the event was supposed to go to Amaru Stadium. There were complications. It went to Kidirile in. Hey, we couldn't believe. We were on the same stage with Black Coffee. Hey. I think at that time Black Coffee was charging around 200,000. So it hits you psychologically that I'm going to share a stage with somebody who charges that a lot of money. Mops was the organizer and Mops was a business partner to Cello and we were working for Cello. So we were more like also working for Mops. Hey, Mops called us. We went there. There was a lineup, obviously. You know, Fate. Les was playing.
Yeah.
And then Mops came to us, guys, let me prepare you. When Kofi gets here, I want him to play immediately.
Yeah.
But that did not happen. Kofi arrived.
Yeah.
We prepared, you know, organized water, all the things that he needed. And then Mops told him, now you can play. Kofi said, let the guy finish his set. He stood there next to me.
Waiting for the set to end.
Waiting for the set to end. He stood there. The whole, I don't remember, the last set was left with, I think maybe 25 minutes. Kofi stood there for the whole time. That's how humble he is.
And Les was playing.
Les was playing. I have photos.
I have to get X, but I think I'll get the X. Actually, it's DJ Les. DJ Les.
Yes.
He was the one playing.
DJ Les.
DJ Les. He was the one playing.
He was the one playing.
You were supposed to be, unfortunately.
Your heart beats fast when somebody of that stature.
You are playing, and somebody is here, and you know, this guy's so famous.
And by the time he came to the stage, the crowd,
obviously,
now the crowd is,
and obviously then it will start to affect you.
Yes, psychological pressure.
It will start to affect you. Say, hey,
no, but less smooth.
Yeah,
it was smooth.
That was actually, you guys are legends. You are legends, guys. You've been here for more than 2 decades, and I just want to know what kept you going for until now. What kept you going, guys?
Two things.
Yeah.
Talent and passion. There are people who are talented in something, but not passionate about it.
Oh, yeah.
There are people who are passionate about something, but not talented in that thing.
Yeah.
Let me make an example.
Yes.
You can get a coach who has never played soccer. That person is passionate.
Yeah.
He's not talented, but he's
very
passionate.
about
But
it.
when we have the two, we can go very far.
Yeah.
There's a saying that goes, environment, everything, heredity, nothing. Sometimes the environment affects you more positively or negatively for you to continue.
Yes.
What you have inherited from your parents or genetically from other people may affect you or not affect you.
Yeah.
But when you have both things,
Yeah.
the talent and the passion
Yes.
pushing you,
Yeah.
you will go very far, my brother.
Now, as we are coming to an end, I want just to tell us something, because something that maybe you have seen even yourself. We have talent.
Yes.
You have talent, but not a lot of marketing. But
Yes.
then, somewhere, like you say, they don't have that much talent,
Yes.
and there's a lot of marketing.
Yes, let me.
How would you advise in that regard?
Okay. Let me put it bluntly. A friend of mine, DJ McFreezy, said, in Joburg, because he's based in Joburg full time,
Yeah.
in Joburg there's 90% marketing and then 10% talent. Here at home, it's 90% talent, 10% marketing.
Hence our talent is not advancing.
Yes,
we would expect
we don't
it to
get
advance.
the proper exposure that we can. But I think that thing lies with us. We are not taking advantage of fourth industrial revolution.
No.
If the same person is using the same platform to market themselves, why can't we?
you? Yeah.
Because we have the same Twitter, the same.
Right.
I remember the same McFreezy coming home and saying to us jokingly,
Yeah.
"Hey guys, there's this new song. After 3 months." And then we went out to an establishment, and then the DJ dropped the same song. I said to him, "But we are using the same internet.
Yes.
This is why we have the same song."
But where's marketing?
But the problem comes with us, the DJs.
Yeah.
We are not marketing ourselves enough.
Yes.
We are not consistent enough on social media. We are not making enough noise. I'm not saying people should post fake events or allow themselves to be used just so that they can be seen. But you need to market yourself as an individual. As an individual, you need to be in people's faces. Making people remember.
Yes.
This is who you are. Here's your phone number. This is where they can find you on Twitter, on Facebook. Like, almost
the social platform is there for everyone to use to
yes.
market whatever kind of business that
exactly
he or she's running.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we should also have, not necessarily copy you guys when you come up with podcasts, but we should also have engagements as DJs, how we can assist each other. If you are a DJ, I think we should, when you have a sound system and there's an event, let's say Kasi Market Day, you should also take your sound system there, just to display, show people this is what we can do. If you are an individual, you can take your business cards and give them to people. This is what I do for a living. So, people can say, I've been knowing you, but I didn't know your numbers. I didn't have your numbers. So that's it. We don't market each other enough. If we market each other, we market ourselves enough, we can go very far, Brian. I'm telling you.
Because talent is there. Talent is there. It does need to be nurtured and then be given to the world to see.
Yes, talent is there. And one other thing that we need to take care of, it's little misunderstandings, the beef. We must get rid of those things. You know, maybe my advantage is being older than other people. You can try to be the bigger person. No pun intended. You can try to be the. I'm not trying to be Saul. Try to be the bigger person.
Yes.
When there's a beef, I always try to solve things. When you hear so and so,
Yeah.
This area is too small.
Too small
for people to be fighting.
Because you tend to meet each other in the street now and then.
And DJ Sting taught me something. We need each other.
We need each other.
Because he paid only.
You can't.
We really
No man
need
is an
each
island.
other. No man is an
man is
island.
an island.
That is why when you look at successful events, you will find that those events were successful because of the organizer has put aside differences of different DJs and said, I need you, I need this guy, I need this guy, I need this guy. Go and do your work. Go and do your job. Don't say I'm not gonna play here because so and so is here.
Yeah.
When you put differences aside, you can go very far.
Now, like you said,
Okay.
there are young artists that are coming. Your advice to them? For them to say, look, I've made these mistakes. I don't want you to do mistakes. I want you to advance. How can you advise them?
Have one girlfriend.
Huh?
You must have one girlfriend. That's my first advice.
Okay. Yeah.
This thing of being a typical DJ running around with women, girls,
it's not.
It will never work for you.
It will never work for you.
The dreams that you are chasing need you to sleep with one person.
Oh yeah.
Souls are heavy.
Oh my God.
It's very easy for someone to
Legend that just said it.
to infect you with bad luck than good luck.
Wow.
It's very, very easy.
This is deep. This is deep.
Another thing, unity.
Yeah.
You know, I have this, that guy has something else, that guy has something else. If we can unite
Collaborate.
and collaborate, we can go very far. We can go very, very far.
Now I know that tomorrow you'll be playing in one of which is being organized.
Yes.
Maybe somebody have never seen you play and is there watching you.
Okay.
Amaru DJ.
Yes.
Now he'll want to see you play. Will you be available tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow I'll be at Letabong Tavern.
Yes.
There's a Legends event.
Legend event.
Yes.
Legend meaning. Can you just tell us who will be pitching in that?
Among others, we have DJ Les, we have DJ Africa.
Yes.
We have DJ Ep3 will be supporting.
Yeah.
He's not a legend.
Yeah. So it's not a legend. It's a young man. See, that one is a young man.
He's a young man.
We are talking about legend.
Yes,
now.
we are talking about legends.
Yeah.
I don't remember everyone on the lineup.
Yeah, on the lineup. But you just mentioned a few.
Yes.
And those are legends.
Those are legends. Those guys have been here, meaning for more than 15 years.
Meaning, we won't just go there and listen to Amapiano. We'll listen to different music from house, deep. No?
Yes, deep to vocal.
Yeah, vocal.
You know, so I don't even think there'll be piano. Nothing against piano.
Yeah, nothing against piano.
Tomorrow,
but there'll be good music.
There'll be good music.
Our viewers, we just heard from Legend himself. He will be there playing good music. I think you'll also come and support them in that event. Look, from me, Tebogo Modise, DJ Amaru, thank you for coming to our podcast. A good conversation that we had. I think even next time again we'll continue this kind of conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Modise, for having me. I'm always available if you need me. This is beautiful. I think we can do better than this. Yeah. From us, it's an FM podcast, All Corners. We are out of here.